So we saw FTSE stay bid basically all week. It traded higher, and you can see here, look where we intersect these trend lines, and that came in at 67.40, and you can see there the high of FTSE was 67.43. Luckily we sold it up there. So, you know, it hit its first really big weekly resistance line. We came down, we couldn't go below 6600. We closed not too bad, up above that magical, as we've said all week, 6666 place. Only just, but we closed up there. So what now for this week? You can see here the weekly line. Now that again comes in around the 6600 area. So we know 6612, 6600 is going to be really good support, and any level down to here we want to be buyers. Now the place where we don't really want to be long would probably be back below this high here, which is at 65.87. So give it a bit of room on the downside. Say, let's say 66.5. We don't want to be holding longs in the short term. Now the reason for that is that if we do break below the 6600 and we do break 65.50, there is a really good chance that we can come back and test this neckline here around about the 6400 area. Now we know that there's a lot of support between 6460 and 6400, so this is where we would go in and look to be buyers once more. We are a bit overdone on the top side, to be fair, on the weekly charts, but these are quite slow moving, so I'm not expecting anything too drastic this week. After we see a correction, well, we might not see it, but if we do this week, there really isn't anything to stop us going back and testing that 67.40 area once more. Now with anything within charting or technical analysis, whatever you want to call it, if a market hits twice, then it normally holds, so you'll have this double 67.40 top. It's when it breaks the third time that there should be a problem with people being short. So if we break a third time this 67.40 area, look, this is where we're going to come. Okay, so we're going to come up any area between the 68.40 and the 68.70 resistance. Then we should come under a little bit of pressure again and back to the break point of 67.40. Now if we keep going, she says, moving this down a little bit, we've got these top over here, the all-time highs. Okay, and the all-time high in FTSE is 71.22. Alright, now if I scroll it down even more, you can see where this big longer term weekly trend line is coming in. So we've got the target of 73. This is a measured target of this base formation, and what you have with measured targets is they are the minimum that the market can go. So it goes to its measured target, comes back a bit. That isn't to say it isn't going higher, because it might well do. You know, once you break the all-time highs and you've reached your measured target objective, why can't we go to 76, 77, 78? There's no reason technically we can't. But as I said, markets don't go there in a straight line. So we've got this backing and filling to be done for this week. As I said, we're buying into weakness. We want to be long down here. We don't want to be holding it below 65.5, and we want to go in and buy it again down in the 6460, 6400 area. If we get that, our stop is going to be below 63.60.